Victory. Defeat. Number 1. Disappointment. The glory of winning. Heartbroken loss. Tears of joy. Tears of sadness. Focus. Training. Pain. Fatigue. Why? Do you not know that all who run in a race run all to win a prize, but only one wins the prize? So run in such a way as to win the prize. 1 Corinthians 9:24. What is a true winner? What does a winner look like? How do we identify a true winner? One we would call a hero, a role model, a champion. Someone once said that you know a person's true character and identity when you're able to see and know what they do when they think no one is looking. Integrity is carved out of one's desire to do what is right just because it is the right thing to do. Sports is a way athletes can express their true being under intense pressure. Competition draws upon your deepest hidden character qualities while standing under fire. Society has brought forth the mindset in sport that if you come in first, beat the other team, and break records, you are rewarded with the best life has to offer. Money, houses, clothes, cars, parties, loose living, and everything your heart desires. So why is it that so many of our champions fall out of grace at this time, to our amazement? Why are many finding life so empty? What happened to that mountain-top high they once enjoyed? And why do fans want to see you make it to the top, only to look for the next champion to come along and dethrone you? Champions cry out, do they love me for who I am, or only for what I do? Am I some kind of humanoid drug that takes people to their next high? Is this why athletes on the field hold no responsibility for their actions, lose control of their emotions, and show disrespect for their fellow competitors without being conscientious of their conduct? Where did all the true champions go? Or is this behavior acceptable and politically correct? Let's go behind the scene and see what makes a true champion. Talent. A lot of people can do a lot of things well, but few are exceptional. Giftedness is God-given, parent transferred and bodily fitted to a task, giving one an advantage over another. To know that you are beautifully and wonderfully made makes you hard to defeat. Some call this confidence. Passion. An athlete has a love for his or her sport which births a fight, drive, and never give up type attitude needed for competition. This is the edge champions have that shows up when others are falling by the wayside. It is the never look back, turn back, break down, break up, break out, face forward, charge that true champions hold in their heart. It is the artistry we see as spectators that takes our breath away and makes us gasp in awe as we behold the beauty of controlled power being displayed. It goes beyond the finite to the infinite, out of our reach. At this point, the third characteristic of a champion is uncovered: their faith or belief to do what they cannot see, to go where they have not been, to reach for the impossible. This is the spirit of man connecting with his God-given image of spirit, soul, and body to display the likeness of this Creator in perfect harmony with his purpose. This takes the champion beyond existence into the experience of the eternal. For when you touch the purpose for which you were created, you touch the heart of the Creator. These characteristics need support and nurturing in the athlete's life. There are many services offered to the athlete to do just that, such as those given by coaches, personal trainers, sports psychologists, physicians, chiropractors, massage therapists, ministers, family and friends. One important element lacking much needed attention is the services of trained professional sports chaplains whose life call is to love, nurture, and care for the athletic family as they strengthen and empower their faith to do great exploits in life. You may ask the question of the validity of having such services. Who are these people, and don't they already exist? Here to answer these questions is the founder of the United States Council for Sports Chaplaincy, Four-time Olympian with a gold and silver medal in track, Madeline Manning Mims.
Let's first address the question of validity. An athlete's center of focus is based on his system of belief. He believes, therefore he is. Without faith, it is impossible to fulfill the purpose for which they were born. To attain their highest level of production, they must believe that they can produce before seeing the manifestation of their belief. The professional sports chaplain comes alongside and gently reinforces their faith with encouragement and the understanding that they were born to do what they do best. Through prayer, counseling, scripture study, the athlete's faith is strengthened, deepened, and stored into the reservoir of his soul, which will affect every area of his life. This takes skill. Not everyone in ministry is called or trained to fulfill this position. Therefore, it is important and imperative to train, educate, equip, and develop on a professional level ordained ministers called to the sports arena.
This brings us to the next question. Who are these people and where are they?
These are retired athletes, coaches, sports ministers, and athletic family members who volunteer personal time to pour into the lives of athletes and the athletic community. You find them on peewee teams, in locker rooms, on the sidelines, holding chapel services, counseling athletes, crying with a bereaved athlete, rejoicing alone, sitting in obscurity, and praying silently. They are silent to the public, unseen by spectators, but they are laboring with heartfelt service and passion.
This raises the next question. If they are already existing, why should we bother them?
One reason is simply because there are not enough out there serving. The fields are ready for harvest, but there are not enough laborers. At present, sports chaplains are not considered professionals because there has been no formal education specified for this sector of ministry. There has been no focused effort on developing curriculum directed toward the spiritual needs of sports. Most people reaching out to the athletic community are not equipped to professionally handle the complexities they are confronted with. They take what they have scavenged from their own personal religious beliefs and do the best that they can for as long as they can. Thereby, you have this free-for-all approach to sports ministry. We then find the wrong people in the wrong places giving off wrong signals to athletes who become vulnerable to their services. For this purpose, the United States Council for Sports Chaplaincy was formed to qualify those called to sports ministry. It serves the purposes of educating, equipping, certifying, and perfecting ordained ministers while giving support and overseeing the ministry of the sports chaplain. The chaplains become connected to an organized support group who are continually being developed through an education venue of continuing educational units, or as we know them, CEUs, throughout the year, and when they gather at their annual national conference in Dallas, Texas. The conference will help link them relationally and technically into a network of other chaplains where creative development is nurtured. It is also the purpose of the USCSC to educate the sports world to the fact that sports chaplains are professionals, just as sports doctors, sports trainers, sports psychologists, and that they are to be included into the professional services offered to the athletic family. The United States Council for Sports Chaplaincy is a not-for-profit organization duly designed to fit the specific needs of our present-day and future champions. It will strengthen the moral fiber of our upcoming athletes so that these role models can fill the shoes of true champions. Our country needs to develop boys and girls who will one day become men and women with integrity, dignity, godly character, and respect for others in word and deed. The vision of the United States Council for Sports Chaplaincy is to answer the spiritual need through the professional services of sports chaplains who are called and trained to nurture and care for the athlete. Together, we dare to care.